Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikini and transform a Lamborghini. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote scripts.
All right here is no mystery. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 553. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
The voice of Blake.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Izzy.
From Everything I Learned from Movies.
Everything I learned from movies.
Woo!
You guys sing it much better than Jeff.
Hey.
Sorry.
Resemble that remark.
Yes, Brian is going to be on the show here too in about 15 minutes, so we'll add him to the chat. But we're on Skype this week. We're not in the studios because of COVID. No, I'm just kidding. It's because we have people from Utah this week. Steve and Izzy from Everything I Learned from Movies. Welcome, both of you.
Oh my God, are
Thanks
we
for
still in
having us.
Utah?
We're still in Utah.
Jesus!
We're not in town for Bachfest this time.
God.
To be fair, you guys are up and coming. You guys have the Olympics coming to you.
That's right, 2034. Let's hope there's still a winner.
Jokes
only-
on them.
Only if we agreed to the bribery to ignore the Chinese doping scandal.
Shh, shh.
Did you see how that came with the string attached?
No.
Oh, it's great. Go look it up.
I also heard that Canada cheated. Is that true?
They just got caught.
Was that, Jeff?
Cheated.
Oh.
The women's soccer was using drones to spy on other teams' practices.
Okay.
Thank God.
Supposedly, it's also the men's team as well.
Oh, that could be, but the women's got caught. So.
That's right.
Hey, what's that giant flying drone over there with a Canadian flag on it? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And here's the thing with soccer. Now, if you're watching the other team play soccer, how do you keep awake? Like it's like, oh, they passed. Oh, they passed to that guy, or that girl, the right wing. Oh man, how are we gonna stop that?
Holding.
I don't know. It's
Holding.
soccer.
I bet he's going to kick the ball.
Real
That's
sport.
right. The IT crowd.
Jeff, did you hear that?
Sounding like ugly Americans.
Jeff, did you hear that rim shot I just did?
No.
How about now?
Nope.
Oh, hopefully it comes through. Maybe not.
Yeah. Maybe it'll come through on the recording, but it's not coming through on the Skype.
Damn it.
Let's try a couple horns, see if those come across.
We're coming through on
Hey.
the Skype.
Hey, co-pilot, make a horn sound.
Come on, AI.
So before we
Come on,
started,
dude, record us. Come on.
Let's have Morgan Freeman
Wait,
join
we're
the
recording
conversation or
ourselves.
something. Come on.
Right?
before we started recording, we were talking about how no one has been on Skype in a long time. And Steve, you said it was been about a year since you guys have been on.
Yeah.
It really has been that long?
Yeah, it said August 1st, 2023.
Wow. We apologize. We should be on. You guys should be on a lot more than that.
I mean,
My computer didn't have Skype. I had to download or re-download it.
Is this your? Do you have a new computer?
I got a new computer about 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And
No.
I thought I had been on Skype in the meantime, but like I was looking for it on my computer. I'm like, it's just asking me to download it. So
I
do that.
had an update, which I have not updated yet, because I was like, I do not want to update this before we record, because who knows what will happen.
Let's see. This update is for keeping your recording sent to the cloud. Okay, well, this will be fine.
I have 3 types of recordings on this. I got the Skype recording. I got our call recorder that I paid $29.99 for about 5 years ago, and I got our mixer that's recording. So we have 3 versions of this.
So hopefully at least one of them is good.
Hopefully.
See, if you load all 3 of them, then you can hear us in 3D.
Ooh.
Don't think that's how that works.
What do you know, Jeff? Come on.
I know nothing.
Oh.
Jeff only speaks in mono.
So what we were talking about before we started recording is all of us, this is the first time we've been on Skype in a while. And Blake, you and I were getting freaked out because what is it? Copilot, the AI version?
Yeah, it kept popping up and blocking stuff for me to click.
Yeah.
And it's just something stupid like design an animal for a zoo.
Make yourself an avatar. Like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, now it wants me to write a horoscope for an alien.
How do you do a horoscope for an alien?
I have no idea.
Yeah, wouldn't their stars be different in their skies?
I don't know.
Jeff, they live on our planet. Don't you know the lizard people?
But wouldn't it go to the stars
hall,
from their planet, though?
Oh, from where they were born?
Yeah.
I gotcha. The best part is, did anybody see the AI commercial during the Olympics about the dad talking about his daughter being loving this track star for the U.S.?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god,
And
I'm so
writing
angry.
a fan letter to her or
Dear
whatever the
AI,
fuck. Yeah,
can
we
you write
just
a
saw
letter
that one.
for my child.
Yes.
Text her saying how she's so great.
Yes.
No, this is the exact reason I don't want AI. This is every reason I don't want AI.
But the best part about it is AI will write that letter. It'll still sound like it's written by a 4-year-old.
Yes, it's gonna be weird when it starts just pulling up Dad's like search history.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
like, I also like Asian women with big
Yeah.
booties.
It's going to sound like
Sweet ebony
yeah, it's going to sound like all the dialogue from the latest Star Wars series produced by
Stop
Disney
it.
Plus.
Stop it.
Huge
Wait a minute.
acolyte.
Blake, the dad is a butcher in a desert? Yeah, so it's this 8-year-old girl who's running, or
We're here
10-year-old
to
girl.
eradicate all the Jedi on this planet, except for that one. We'll let them get away.
That guy just walked by us. He has a lightsaber. It's fine.
He could
AI,
be a Sith
explain to me
until
why
it's proven.
lightsabers aren't working in the acolyte. Damn it!
He could be a Sith. She's a Jedi, but I'm going to kill her with a butcher knife. That seems fair. No, so
AI suggests Jedi kung fu for this fight scene.
I still have to finish Acolyte. I want to. I like it, but we just haven't had a chance to finish it. But yes, this AI commercial is basically this young girl, 10-year-old, runs track, and her favorite athlete. Her favorite athlete's running for gold in the Olympics, and the dad's like, AI, please write a letter for my daughter to this athlete. And I'm like, that is not a good thing to show kids or to people. Like, hey,
AI, do my child's homework.
yeah,
That's-
Something
that sounds
about
pretty-
some sweet swag for Dad. Maybe a little nude, huh? No,
Yeah.
My dad
but
would
you know,
love,
subtle like
my
AI.
dad would love a year subscription to your OnlyFans.
Yeah.
my dad
You know
likes
how you
feet.
make money the other 3.9 years out of the Olympic year.
My dad likes the new women's track outfits.
I can say I've only voluntarily used AI once.
What?
The Meta AI, on
Oh.
Facebook.
The one that forced down your throat there for a week?
Yeah. So, well, it still does. But, so I typed in, how do I turn off Meta AI? And it says, I can't be turned off. I am a helpful tool. Da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, how to block Meta AI? Oh, you don't want to block me. I'm your new best friend. And I put, how do I burn you to the ground and salt the earth? And it's this like 2-paragraph thing about how it's not a real being, and that was really aggressive.
It probably rips off its meta AI mask and it's that fucking talking paperclip.
It was Clippy all along.
Dude, I will take Clippy any day of the week over the AI.
No.
And you
Clippy
can turn,
would be-
and you can turn Clippy into the super puppy.
Clippy would be co-pilot. That's Microsoft. Meta AI isn't
Leading the
would not be
pitchfork thing,
Clippy.
burning AI down.
Jeff, thank you for being accurate on that.
I mean, we got, if we're going to like dog them, we got to dog the right people for the right thing.
How do you know it's not all related? How do you know it's not already an AI overlord of other AI?
AI snatched it from Microsoft. They're like, it's our Clippy now.
Right.
Public domain.
Izzy, after you did that to Meta, did you get a knock on the door asking if you were Sarah Connor? Sarah Connor?
No, I assume I'm already on the list.
Okay. Yeah, AI is scary. But hey, my daughter really loves you, but I don't want to give her I don't want her to go through the effort of writing to you. Here.
AI is scary and people are stupid. It's a wonderful combination.
Jesus Christ. That is exactly it, isn't it?
That's right. We're becoming stupider and stupider.
The good news is there has never been any movies about AI taking over the world. So I feel like we're safe.
So join us in 2025 for the Year of Apocalypse on everything I learned from movies. You think it's a joke, it's kind of our plan.
Plan for 2025.
Oh, but Steve, there's definitely not enough post-apocalyptic movies. There's enough for like 6 years.
Dude, this could just be our podcast for the rest of our lives.
All I know is if I'm a
Deleted all
limo
our
driver,
social media contacts.
all I know is if John Cusack, I just want John Cusack to be my limo driver in the future. He can get me out of any apocalypse.
I don't
No,
know.
it's
Watch
post-apocalypse, not during the apocalypse.
Oh, my bad.
And I was gonna say, I don't know. Watch on Frozen Ground first, and then tell me if you want John Cusack.
What's on Frozen Ground?
Oh, it's based on a true story. Nick Cage is a detective up in Alaska, and he's hunting down a serial killer, played by John Cusack.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you hear serial killer cop movie in Alaska starring Nick Cage and John Cusack, it's not the casting you're expecting. And is it the greatest movie ever made? No. Is it an interesting little film? Yeah.
Vanessa Hudgens does play a prostitute. It's
Yeah.
It sounds like the True Detective series that I wanted.
Yes.
I don't know. For a second there, Izzy, I thought you were going to say, is it the casting we expected? No. Is it a good little film? No. Is it worth watching? No.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Is it a piece of crap?
Ask
Maybe.
AI.
Ask AI. You know who's not AI? Brian. How you doing, Brian?
Well, hi, everyone.
Hey.
Hi, Brian.
What's Brian doing here?
Oh, I see a cat. Who's your cat?
Wait, you can see my cat?
Yeah, I see a video.
Yeah.
I just see you.
No. Put your pants back
Put
on.
it back up. She was there in the corner.
What's your cat's name?
Oh, that's Penelope.
Aw. She was
It's not a
cute.
real cat. It's his AI companion.
Yes, it's AI. Didn't you watch Lightyear?
Pain in the ass.
Co-pilot created a cat companion for his background.
Would you like your subscriptions to double with cat?
Brian, we are talking about the future of AI and how wonderful it is.
Yeah, not scary at all.
No, not at all. Not at all. Speaking of not scary at all, Blake, you'll be happy to know I watched Dungeons and Dragons the movie.
Congratulations.
The 2000 one or the one that came out last year?
Last year, not the Marlon Wayans one. I have to admit, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, not that
That's
bad.
good.
Yeah.
It is a lighthearted affair.
I don't know much about D&D, but I did get a couple of the Easter eggs, I think. The treasure chest that has the tongue comes out.
Yes.
My oldest son was watching it with me, and he's like, hey, that's in our game, Lost Woods. And I was like, well, Lost Woods is based on D&D. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah.
He didn't know that?
I don't think he did. Great game.
Oh, this is
talking about.
a game I got the Brigger family
Mhm.
mainly because it was kind of like a light introduction into D&D because you have to roll all the different types of dice and everything as you explore the woods and fight monsters.
And we really like it.
It was a fun game. So
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, so now when they're older, D&D will like come naturally to them.
I will say the movie, Chris Pine was enjoyable, which it hasn't been said many times. And
Wow.
overall, like the first half was okay, not great. And my son and I were like, whatever. And then like the last half of the movie was a lot of fun. It got better. There was action. I enjoyed it. It's not great, but like you said, Blake, it's a lighthearted, fun affair. If it was on TV, I would definitely watch it.
So what you're saying is it's not good, it's not great.
It will make
Did
you.
it make you ejaculate?
There it is. Blake,
Certainly hope not.
Blake, did you think I was going to trash it?
No, I was wondering what your final opinion would be.
Yeah.
Especially for somebody that doesn't know Dungeons and Dragons or has played Dungeons and Dragons.
What would you rate it out of 10? As someone who beat Dungeons and Dragons in less than an hour.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
I would say maybe a 7.
Yeah.
6.5 to 7 out of 10.
It took them like 2 hours to beat it in the movie. I mean, it took them twice as long than you did, Jay.
That's true. Unfortunately, Brian and I saw more dragons in our version than there was in the movie. Just letting you know.
Yeah, twice as many dragons easily.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the one in the movie was just a big fat red worm, so, you know. It's
Yeah, my wife was watching it periodically. Like, she would look up from her book, and she's like, oh, look, there's a dragon in the dungeon. How original.
It's in the title, Jason.
It is in the title. It is. The
Dungeons in Dragons?
Yes.
Now, did you watch the cartoon series when you were a kid?
I did not.
So the other NPC party in the movie would have been lost on you then.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So that was a nice Easter egg. So even if you didn't play or you watched that Saturday morning, the cartoon live action kids were there.
Like I said, though, overall, it was free on Paramount or Peacock. I forget which one.
Yeah.
And like I said, we were bored. And I looked at my son and I turned it on and he's like, well, maybe I'll just go play video games. And my wife's like, sit your ass down. You're watching this. And she's like, your father wants to watch a movie. Go watch a movie with him. And so he watched it. And like I said, we enjoyed it.
Happy.
I don't have to talk to him, but I'll watch it.
So
I'm gonna watch it on my phone too, just to, you know.
Yeah, just to make it worse.
By the way, speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, we just released an episode earlier this morning about Mazes and Monsters, the wonderful 1982 movie starring Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks.
Ow.
Young
Get
Tom Hanks.
someone to do that on our podcast, and we finally got a sucker.
That's right.
how bad is it?
You know what? It's not. It's obviously like a TV movie. There are parts of it though where you're just like, this is possibly the most preposterous thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. There's like a guy who's constantly changing hats, like between like a Kaiser helmet and like a World War II pilot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Tom Hanks takes it over the top in a couple of scenes because it's Tom
very
Hanks.
much.
It's in the top 5% of after-school specials.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
The cops are like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, the kid's probably dead. He was playing that D&D. You know, it's like, or that Mazes and Monsters, or they call it, so they don't get sued.
Is that the one
It's
that
a
keeps killing
gateway
kids?
game.
It's a
That's part of
gateway game.
Yeah, it was part of the Satanic Panic.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You know, and
It's on Tubi.
yeah, it was pretty wild. Yeah, Tom Hanks, based on true events.
Does it tie into 9/11? You'll have to watch to find out.
Yeah,
Based on true events, there once was a game that people played.
And somebody was murdered.
it was. If I remember correctly, of course, I didn't watch it recently, but I do remember it was based on a mentally unstable kid who did have some mental problems, and they blamed it on, of course, mazes and monsters and stuff. So
Yeah.
and that just fed into the satanic panic of the whole D&D in the late early 80s, right? What was it, 80, 78, 80? I can't remember. 80s.
Yeah, like 82 or so. Yeah,
82.
Yeah.
I wasn't born.
Brian, stop it. Brian's just a youngin'. He gives us the young demographics on our podcast.
But it reminds me, Tom Hanks thought he was a spellcaster, and I do remember like a couple of his tools that he used for spells for something. Were some of the I forget this. There was kind of like this plastic geometric castle builder thing with different colors and shapes, and I had that, and it was in the movie, and I was like, dude, what the fuck?
It is
Sandcastle toy.
Yeah. I forget what it. It was like a little a castle builder thing with different colored plastic pieces, circles, squares, whatever, and he was using them as part of the spell components.
It is kind of funny. Like, you start looking at history, right? Originally it was comic books. Originally, I guess alcohol was going to make everybody into bad people. And then, you get into the 40s and 50s and that, then it was comic books, right? So we got to make the comic code.
Books, it was weed, remember?
That's right. It's true.
In the 40s and
Reefer
50s.
Madness.
That's right.
Reefer Madness, that's right.
Don't
Well,
skip
back
Reefer
in Roman
Madness.
times, it was the Bible, so...
Down
Well,
the
they haven't
hall.
admitted to that one yet.
But then you had comic books since then the comic code was made. And then you get into music, right? Music has always been in the background of, Ozzy Osbourne
Jazz
and...
is so terrible.
Yeah, Elvis.
Corrupt the youth.
That's right.
To be fair, Jeff, his hips were moving in Elvis.
You got all the satanic messages playing it backwards, too.
That's right. Paul McCartney is dead. But it's just kind of funny, how the evolution has gone, and it's just. And then it was Janet Jackson's boob was going to kill us all.
Yeah, luckily we're past all that crazy stuff.
Oh yeah.
Totally normal insane.
So AI is going to bring down the world.
Oh, I guess that is true.
No, what's going to bring
Man
down
yells
the
at
world
cloud.
what's going to bring down the world is Olympic opening ceremonies.
Oh jeez.
Yeah,
The
Gojira.
downfall of the world.
Brian, were you offended by the opening ceremonies?
Yeah. I can't believe that they ruined the Last Supper for me.
I can't believe
I
people
can't
are
look
actually watching
Well,
the
it was
opening
French.
ceremonies.
Yeah, I can't look at a painting of the Last Supper again and ever think of Jesus Christ in the same light.
It just amazes me what people choose to get offended by. On a side note, Rob Schneider did say he was banning the Olympics in his house.
He has a TV still.
I guess. Well, it's not that Rob Schneider's saying, come out I'm boycotting. He came out. He's like, no disrespect to the athletes, but I'm boycotted the Olympics after this opening ceremonies. It's like, who the fuck cares? No one cares.
Cool.
Well,
That's
if
his
the
nice
world
way of saying his Peacock 7-day subscription is up.
if the world forgot that avant-garde is a French expression and that the French are just really weird people, this is a good reminder that French culture is French.
A little weird.
Look,
For
I
our
don't know who
state.
the avant-garde is, but if they want to fight, we'll go to war with them.
They're French. They surrender.
Exactly.
We will.
Now we lost all our French listeners. Thanks.
We had French
So
people.
long, frogs. Anyway.
Hold on.
There goes all the Marie Antoinette fans. I mean, she was headless singing through the...
Oh my god, with
That's awesome.
Gojira!
That's fucking awesome. Okay.
So much for all the English, Asian-speaking people. Isn't that what Gojira is?
Hold on. Let me get the French back.
Here's a French band.
Let me get the French back.
I think they were singing in
Don't
French.
do it,
yeah.
Jason.
Yeah, they're French.
Don't
They're
do
French.
it.
I don't know, it was all-
black metal band. Yeah, did you guys see? I don't know if you guys saw. Apparently, a bunch of street rats came out of a sewer to watch Gojira play.
I did
So he's
see
the
that
pipe-
picture. It was amazing.
Or are they real
Brian.
rats?
Yes, like
Or-
real rats, like 20 of them, all peeking out of the gutter.
And then they formed one mass and fought off the avant-garde.
Oh, I thought they were fighting the turtles.
Is there turtles in France?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I believe they live in Tarpon.
I mean, until they end up on the menu.
Brian.
All right.
And,
So as long as they ended it with a blue nutsack guy, I mean, there you go.
the Blue Man Group?
Yeah. Guy
Dr.
showing his blue
Manhattan.
nutsack.
Dionysus?
Yeah.
You
Bacchus.
know, the Greek god? Because, the Olympic Games are Greek.
I know nothing about any of this. I did not watch the opening ceremonies.
Well, that's the other thing is like nobody really watches the opening ceremony unless it's like from the country that they're in, right?
Correct.
Try and watch it. I unfortunately was crazy busy, and because of all the controversy, we can't fucking find it. Also, I heard that apparently during the last part, during the drag queen skit, somebody had a nut slip.
Ooh.
That's what I was talking about.
So
Yeah, the blue ball
The blue
guy.
nutsack guy.
No, the blue guy wasn't the one that had the nut sack.
No.
It was one of the guys dressed in black behind him.
So
I found the title for our show.
What's that, Brian?
I'm pretty sure that was photoshopped.
Oh.
There's a couple different Twitter accounts posting like slides where they're side by side in the same cut, and it's there in one and it's not in the other. So like they don't know, like they're trying to figure out if like which one's the like original. I don't know. The fuck internet's weird, man.
I'm going to believe the one that I want to believe it's true.
Hey, Brian.
It was
Yeah.
at Cincinnati Expo.
Hold on. Brian. Good news is NBC, it's actually a preview for NBC's new show next fall. Whose Nutsack is this? So it's coming to NBC 9 p.m. This
Hey,
Thursdays.
that sack.
I'm pretty sure that's a Peacock only.
Oh, is it?
like on network TV?
I gotcha.
Oh,
I mean,
that's right.
I'm worried.
Nutsacks
we'll
on
get in
Peacock.
What'd you say, Jeff?
I said I'm worried we'll get in trouble as just copying off who's in my mouth.
There could be a lawsuit. There could be.
We're willing to take those risks to get.
So what's in the Hello
quality
Jeff box this
programming
week?
out.
Well, this week we're celebrating nuts of all kinds.
Blue almonds.
Is
Blue
one of the
walnuts.
things you get in your Hello Jeff?
Cashews?
Well, no, we can't afford cashews. Come on.
Oh, they're good. But they are expensive.
Grape nuts, neither grapes nor nuts.
Since we are
Brazil nuts. Plenty of Brazil nuts.
Walnuts?
There might be a walnut or two.
Okay.
My grandpa used to call
and
those something
it-
different.
A Buckeye.
Ooh.
Not the peanut butter and chocolate lovely concoction, but the actual nut from the tree.
What were you going to say, Brian?
Inedible. Yes.
I'm trying to find it. So there was a. I gotta find it before I say it because I don't want to mess it up because it's pretty hilarious.
Okay. Jeff, do we get any peanut butter or anything?
There'll be different types of nut butter, but not peanut butter because peanuts aren't technically nuts.
Okay.
And we're celebrating the nut.
This particular form of nut butter is a little saltier than you might expect, but creamier.
Ready?
Legume free.
Here's the rim shot. Dun dun.
Didn't hear it.
Oh, damn it.
Co-pilot. Rim shot. Oh, shit. What's it showing me?
Coming back, as Steve said earlier, October 18th through the 20th, Cincinnati Comic Expo is coming to Sharonville Convention Center. Get your tickets now. Hobie will be there. We will be having two panels of the X-Men 97 voice actors. So get excited for that.
What?
Yeah, we got 8.
There are just so many people going to be there. We have split panels.
Yeah. So we have two.
Well, wait. Will you guys have buttons, magnets, or bottle openers?
We will.
There too.
We will. I gotta send you our order, Steve and Izzy. Well, actually, Izzy, not Steve. Steve, get the fuck out. Izzy, I gotta send you our order.
Steve actually does a ton of the work on this.
Damn
I
it!
think he actually made almost pretty much.
Who do you think constantly reminds her to actually do it?
I think you
It was me,
I
Austin.
think you actually made the last order.
I did. Yeah.
No.
You're welcome.
The good news is we have an extra month this year since it's in October.
Yeah. Thank God.
But we'll all be there. We'll be playing trivia and playing Family Feud in between panels. So come see us. We'll be on the basement floor. That's where the panels are going to be.
So you're having a multiverse of panels.
We are. Look at you tie that into San Diego Comic-Con. So yeah, get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com.
And chair, otherwise you'll be on the basement floor apparently.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
I know. Obviously, we're sponsored by the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Yes.
But can I break some news?
What's that?
Hobie officially will be represented at Cincinnati Whorehound.
Did you get a pass?
We were approved. Hobie was approved for 2 press passes for the entire weekend.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, just got that email like 2 hours ago.
Nice.
And let me clarify, that's Horror Hound.
Yeah.
I heard Whorehound.
HORROR.
Oh,
Good.
I'm not interested then.
That's a completely different outfit.
I'm glad you cleared that up for me, Jeff.
So, Brian, who are you taking?
Well, people from the podcast if they want to go.
Isn't your wife going?
Well, I mean, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I doubt she'll want to go all 3 days.
Okay. If you need if you need somebody to go, I'll go with you.
Yeah, I mean,
Scab Jeff will be in.
We could figure it out.
Yeah. But if your wife wants to go all 3 days, more power to you. No issue there.
No.
So
there aren't enough good guests so far that have been announced that she would want to go all 3 days.
not as good as the guests that are announced at Cincinnati Comic Expo.
But it is September 13th through the 15th.
Yes.
So I'm kind of excited. It might get an idea also of like how it runs for October.
Like the layout.
Yeah, I mean I'm sure it'll be a little different, but
there is Cincinnati Comic Expo did say that they have fan panels that you could submit this past week. So if you have a fan panel that you would like to do, send it over. We'll take a look at it. We get to pick them, which is nice.
HobiePod@gmail.com.
Yeah. But because you're looking at that now, aren't you?
Because I'm checking that. Yes.
Good job.
I'm working on getting us another guest too.
Nice. But yeah, we don't know how many fan panels there will be this year, just because the size of the convention's a little bit smaller, but of the complex, I should say. But there might be some room for some fan panels and that. So send them on in. We'll take a look. But then, like I said, X-Men will be there. Jason Isaacs is going to be there. Who's a Star Wars person?
Peter Pan himself.
Who?
Oh, wait. That's a Peter Pan himself, Jason Isaacs.
Yes. Oh.
He was Captain Hook.
Yeah, get it right, Jeff.
I'm pretty sure he was Peter Pan.
Was he?
He was Captain. You talking about the was it 2001 Peter Pan?
Oh yeah, he was Captain Hook.
He was great.
You're right.
Easily
Captain
the best
Hook
part of that
himself
movie.
will be there.
Ming-Na Wen's going to be there. So yeah,
He's a Star Wars person.
yeah.
Katie Sackhoff.
Katie Sackhoff.
Princess.
Ooh,
Chuck Norris.
Yeah. And we'll be giving away probably 100 Funko Pops there that weekend. So be ready.
I got a few more.
Nice. So we have a lot of Funko Pops. We'll be giving away button stickers, maybe bottle openers. I don't know what else we got. So we'll see. Maybe even shot glasses. I'm not sure. The world is our oyster.
So don't promise too much stuff, Jason.
I just said, let me put an asterisk. I don't know any of that stuff. I don't know what's going to come out. what we're doing. So, also, real quick before we get into the rest of the show, like send our condolences and love to Randall Holt, longtime listener, volunteer at the Comic Expo. Send our thoughts and good karma to him this week. And I think that's all we got over here. So,
real quick, I found that what I wanted to say when we were talking about nuts.
Yes.
So there was a tweet, like, I don't know the person. She's apparently like worm brain person, but she tweeted, "Fun fact: if you rearrange the letters of COVID variants Delta and Omicron, you get media control." Okay. The first reply to her was, "But you could also get erotic almond. What's your fucking point?"
Titles for the show: Erotic almond. I like it.
What's the dessert in Jeff's box this week?
He's not wrong.
Oh.
Almond crusted edible panties.
Ugh. Edible panties can't be good in any type, right?
Oh, it depends on what they're made out of. These are almonds crusted.
I just...
What do you use for a binder?
For the underwear?
Leather.
For the almonds. All right. Blake, you got listener feedback?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about what we watched this week yet.
Nope, fuck it. We're just moving.
Jesus Christ. I went and watched Deadpool and Wolverine. It was fucking great. Everybody go watch it.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Yes. It's amazing.
Is it
No spoilers. It's 1 week out so far. No spoilers.
I just want to ask if it's is it as offensive to Jesus as everyone on the internet's making it?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Did they even
Can't
mention
wait.
Jesus?
Oh, God.
Refers
Many
himself
times.
as Marvel Jesus
Oh, yeah, he
at
does
least
call
a dozen
himself
times in the
Marvel
movie.
Jesus.
You, you see Wolverine up on a cross, but
Oh,
not really
yeah.
a cross.
The
But that's
X.
from a comic,
He's
so,
up on the
you
X,
know.
babe.
Comics are the devil, so.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So
I think it's the Marvel Jesus quote that is probably really tipping the people for yelling the blasphemy.
Fuck 'em.
yeah,
I'm going to go
last-
ahead and say that hyper-religious people, the entire Deadpool universe is not made for you. You're not the
Yeah,
target
Just
audience.
kill yourself and get to heaven.
I'm not quite sure why they were there. If they
weren't.
know
They
what
just heard
Deadpool
about
is.
They,
If-
just, they weren't.
I don't
they
know. I
never
saw
seen
one
it.
where
They
the
just
people
guessed.
said they left after 25 minutes because of the blasphemy.
Oh, good. So they help boost the sales of tickets.
Yeah.
Did
Well,
they
they
not...
probably complained enough to get their money back. I know how those theaters work.
Is it...
Oh, yeah. That's if you can find somebody after the movie starts.
Ma'am, I just sell popcorn.
I mean, I'm about to say there's plenty of people because they got to get ready for the next movie after it.
So is that just our theater where they start everything like almost at the same time and then they all disappear in the back for a cigarette?
Maybe it's just your theater. When I was there, they were spread out for 2 hours, and then we'd get ready to do it all again.
Was your... Brian, or I'm sorry, Jeff, when you went to see the movie, was it crowded?
Yes, it was.
Good.
I mean, as we'll talk about it,
Yes.
The box office bombs this week, it will not fall in the bomb category.
I have yet to see it. I want to. I just haven't had a chance yet.
And I will say, Jason, don't bring your kids.
Even my oldest.
I don't think your wife would be happy, even your oldest, to see it.
Sounds
Pre-watch
good.
it for your oldest and see if it's
Gotcha.
the type of humor you want him sharing.
Gotcha.
No spoilers, but full penetration.
Oh, that's fine.
It's discussed a lot.
Well, my oldest is trying to work on seeing the movie Halloween this year. And, I'm fine with it because I grew up as a 6-year-old watching R-rated films because my parents gave up on me because I was the youngest. So I was watching R-rated films at 6. So my wife's like, absolutely not. He's not watching that.
Yeah, I'd say watch Halloween first. And not because
Yeah.
it's like scary or anything, but just again, there's a lot of jokes in there that like, do you want your oldest repeating?
Not really.
Because kids are gonna repeat what they watch.
Yeah, I'd rather. I was already pretty much leaning not towards taking him.
Maybe see if Kung Fu Panda 4 is a little too much for him first.
We'll be watching Despicable Me 4 this weekend. Thank you very much.
I've heard that's terrible.
I know. I
Although-
don't really want to.
I would say, Jason, that if Halloween is too much for him, or for your wife, for him to see,
Yeah.
Deadpool is right out.
Okay.
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Yes,
Stop it.
That's the one.
Stop
It's
it.
so good.
No, it's not.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Are we gonna come to blows?
we are.
This is my favorite Halloween movie.
Halloween 4 is better.
No.
Halloween 7 with Coolio is better.
Are you talking about Halloween H2O?
No, not H2O.
The Halloween Resurrection?
Yes.
Okay.
The reality show one,
Search
that's
for
actually like
Michael
8 or
Myers
9.
Gold
All right,
or something
well,
like that.
you know what? I see where your tastes lie, and you know what? Go ahead and take your oldest to Deadpool. I'd like to see how that turns out for you.
Good times. So no disappointment in Deadpool from you guys.
No, it was
No.
Okay.
everything I wanted it to be and more.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Good to hear. Brian, have you seen
I'll
the...
put it this way.
Yeah.
Much better. I liked it a lot better than the second Deadpool movie,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm putting it up there near the first one. Just be, because it's brand new or whatnot, so I gotta let that marinate
Okay.
if I decide where I want to rank it compared to the first one.
Brian, did you see the other two?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw those MCU films.
Yeah, but they're
Those aren't MCU films.
I know they're not. They're Fox.
MCU film.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
And there are only 2 of them as opposed to like 44.
and counting.
Now, granted, this new Deadpool movie, Deadpool Wolverine, is an MCU film, so you got to know nothing about the MCU to actually enjoy it.
Do you think they bring him and this Hugh Jackman Wolverine into Secret Wars?
I don't know, because I don't know if Hugh Jackman still wants to do it. Although, according to Deadpool, they've got him till he's 90.
I was just curious. Okay, now Blake, you can do listener feedback.
Yeah, I can do listener feedback, but I'm going to talk about Gen Con first.
Oh, did you go to that? Oh no, it's this weekend.
It starts this weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
If
So looking forward to that. Big Dev's going to be there. He's already there, actually. The Psy guy.
are you
But he's there as on behalf of Whalebacker LLC, his logistics company and stuff. So he's rubbing elbows with all them peeps. Not to be confused with some shitty Kickstarter game.
he'll also be doing Deepwater games, I think, too.
Cool.
You're leaving Thursday? Are you going up Thursday?
Yeah, I'm going up Wednesday night.
Okay.
Because an old high school buddy of mine and we're going up. And, I don't know why he would do this, but he got me started playing games Thursday morning. So I got to, I don't want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and drive to Indianapolis.
Are you doing Axis and Allies?
So, there's no time.
Oh, that's a shame.
No time.
That's a shame.
Lots of stuff to do. Getting through a lot of stuff, and it's kind of interesting. Wizards of the Coast is actually going to be back there for the first time in several years.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably it's just the first time after they started 5e testing back in the day, and after their 4th edition release debacle.
Gotcha.
And they got a lot of public relations to make up in regards to several scandals that they've had in the past several months. So we'll see, what they've got coming. And then, of course, they got the big releases coming later this week. Not this week, this year.
Jeff
in
and
regards to the new version, online D&D 1, whatever, 5.5, whatever they call it.
Jeff and I have some
People are
games.
2024.
People are already bitching about it, so,
I want you to play it, Blake. I want to hear your take of the new 2024 core rules.
Yeah.
Me too. How about you, Steve?
What? What's going on?
Blake, we have some movies, a game for you to buy for me and Jeff.
Doug, thoughts on Robert Downey Jr. playing?
Hey,
Doom
hold on.
in the new
Gen Con.
Avengers film. What the fuck is up with that?
Blake,
How the
Blake,
fuck did they get Robert Downey Jr.
Blake,
play Doctor Doom in the Avengers?
Blake. Jeff and I have a game that you have to buy us. We'll pay you.
Oh yeah, yeah. Send it to me. Send it to me. I'll go buy it.
Okay. I'm kind of jealous. I am jealous that you're going to Gen Con. So
I know you should be.
I love Gen Con. I love the gaming ones. So
Yeah, I know they're a lot of fun. Yeah, send me what you guys wanted me to buy. I'll go get it.
you're the man. You're the man.
Good.
And
Doug,
if you see
thoughts on
Blake
Robert
walking
Downey
around,
Jr.
hold on,
playing
Blake.
Doctor Doom in the new Avengers film.
If you see Blake walk around Gen Con, he might have a History of Bad Ideas podcast shirt on. He probably won't, but he may. If he does, if you see him, go up and get a picture with him. He loves hugs. He loves getting pictures taken. Make sure you see him.
Wish him a happy anniversary.
The
too.
firm open palm, slap on the behind.
Yes,
I think you confuse Blake with yourself.
maybe.
You're the one that loves pictures and hugs.
I'm not sure about pictures, but I like hugs. I do like hugs. They just make you feel better. So, anyways, go ahead, Blake. What do you got for listener feedback?
Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom.
What?
Who's that
Avengers
from?
films.
Yes.
Who asked
Hey,
that?
How's that work? Is this like another fucking multiverse thing?
Variant. Yes.
I don't. Is it? Because I've been reading reports saying it's not a Tony Stark variant. He's just playing a different character.
Well, that's going to confuse so many people.
Well, I
Okay,
don't know why. Because Doctor Doom wears a mask and you never see his face.
Yeah,
So
there's
he
been a
won't
bunch
look
of
like
things. Apparently, though, there was a comic thing or like a what if episode or issue, whatever, where I guess when Tony Stark and Victor Van Doom were in college or whatever, they're experimenting on the same thing. There's mind switched and blah blah blah, and one had the Stark fortune while the other grew up in Latveria or whatever, and
Latvia
came to power the same way, whatever, is like a villain, but then it was like, oh, but I'm the real Tony Stark. Oh, cool, so you get all the money too. What do you want to do with it? I think I'll still be Doctor Doom now with all the money and being the Chancellor of Latveria, and hijinks ensue. But yeah, guys, who cares? It's going to be a dumb movie. It's going to be somehow Tony Stark has returned, and now he's Victor Von Doom, and we're just going to be like, all right, cool, let's go.
Did you see how much part of the idea? Well, the way Robert Downey Jr. came back is he told Kevin Feige that he would only come back if the Russo brothers are directing the films, and the Russo brothers are getting $80 million for 2 films.
Hell yeah!
I would take $80 million to direct 2 films.
I'd take $40 million to direct 2 films.
Well, I guess, yeah. I mean, you'd be.
So they're going to make like $3 billion each. You're going to be
Oh,
all
yeah.
right.
half of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, really, you only have to take a percentage of the gross, and you'll be all right.
I'm guessing Robert Downey Jr. is probably getting a percentage. I'm guessing.
I bet he will.
I don't know how it's going to work. I'll be honest. I don't know. Like Jeff said, he is in a mask 99% of the time because it's constructed to his face. But like, I don't know. Is it a variant?
The best part of it is Doctor Doom is finally going to take that mask off, and it's going to be Henry Cavill, and everyone's going to shit themselves.
Well, I think you just ruined their entire plan.
Damn it.
It was me, Austin. It was me.
Well, they did
All
say
along, Austin.
they did. I did read online that one of some of the people are talking. Well, this opens up the door if for Tony, if he's going to be Doctor Doom, it opens up the door for the old rumor of Tony Stark being played by Tom Cruise. I'm like, oh God, please no, we don't need it.
Or Brad Pitt for like 5 seconds.
Ooh. I don't know. Nothing's going to make sense in these.
Brad Pitt's already played the Vanisher. He doesn't need to be Tony Stark for 5 seconds.
He's already in the MCU getting his percentage. Yeah.
It was
Well, technically, that
I guess
film
he was on the
wasn't
Fox
them-
side. Yeah.
Yeah.
so. I went back and was watching. Amazon Prime had IGN, the website, doing a in studio live reaction to all these news. Okay, and it was hilarious because it was like the typical internet. They're like, oh, the Russo, and they're doing it live, and they're like, well, the Russo brothers are coming back. They're like, I don't know, this is going down the well. What are we doing? And they're like, oh, Kang is gone. And all these people are like, ho hum, like, this sounds dumb. I don't know. I think they're just going to the well too much. And then they're like, hold on, Doctor Doom's in it. And like, they're doing it while and they're like, yeah, whatever, who are they going to get to play him and all that. And then instantly they show Robert Downey Jr. and everyone on the panel is like, we're back in. It was
so when it's King the Conqueror using the corpse of Tony Stark as a puppet to be Dr. Von Doom, are we supposed to be surprised?
That would be awesome. It's a shame too because of the whole thing with is it Jonathan Majors? Is that him?
Yes.
No, Star Wars.
Oh, yes. That Kang is a cool character. And I feel like they could have done a lot with him. I think they kind of ruined him when he lost to Ant-Man and the Wasp. But they could have done a lot with him. And it just sucks that they're pivoting to Doctor Doom, which is fine. Because I like Doctor Doom better. But it just kind of sucks that you could never saw what they really wanted to do with Kang. So
I mean, they still can. Robert Downey Jr. at one point was kind of an outcast of Hollywood. Just saying.
That's true. Well, the one rumor was that Kang was going to be in the Moon Knight season 2 because in the comic books he goes back and becomes a Egyptian pharaoh. So
yeah, he does. He does do that.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the idea, is that he's in Moon Knight. So, but obviously not.
Well, if Deadpool taught me anything, it's that we're over the multiverse stuff now.
We are kind of. Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Good news is you only have 48 films to catch up on before this.
Yeah. I mean, it comes out next year, right?
2020.
2 years.
2 years.
26.
Oh, I got plenty of time.
Next year, 3 Marvel films come out. So be ready.
We still don't know when Blade will come out.
Hey, what if I'm looking for like a superhero universe that's even less comprehensible, but another company, but maybe based on Marvel Comics somehow?
Fox?
Sony may think the Kraven the Hunter film will make blah blah blah. Okay.
Go ahead, Blake. What you got for the next one?
From Bob.
Well,
there you go.
Say, if it's Robert Downey Jr., is he there as Kirk Lazarus?
Oh,
Come back
jeez.
as a Black Panther too.
I already saw the memes on that.
So somebody else is as deranged as me. All right. From Bob. Sony may think Robert Downey Jr. playing Kraven the Hunter film will make $200 million, but what is more realistic domestic box office take?
Opening weekend or
if Robert
overall?
Downey Jr. were in it, he probably would make $1 billion. But
I hope they're talking overall because I hope they're not expecting $200 million opening weekend.
They are expecting $200 million overall. Yes, not opening weekend.
Oh, okay.
Brian, what do you think?
Domestic. We're talking
domestic will be like 50.
50?
I think they might get up to 75 to 80.
What do you think, Brian?
I'll say 100.
Okay.
It's going to make
like
300 million because there's no broads in it. Am I right? Yeah. Take that, Madam Web.
It does connect to the Madam Web series, though.
Does it, though?
I don't know.
Oh, great.
Like
Do I
Venom
need to see
ties
that
to
first?
anything?
Everything ties to it, doesn't it?
Sure.
Everything they do ties into Madam Web.
Remember, there were the suits in the background. Yeah, who cares?
I'm going 83 million. Tops. What do you think, Blake?
$1, Bob.
Oh, that's a good one.
We'll have to meet back in a year and a half when the movie's finally released.
No, it's coming out at Christmas, Steve.
Sure it is. Wink, wink.
Hey, they're making it at Christmas so families can see it multiple times.
The caveat. Oh,
Yeah, right after Avatar 4.
We got stories about that.
the caveat of this is the actual quality of the film.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it comes out and it gets panned right away, then yeah, it might not break 50
It looks
or
bad.
40.
It
But
doesn't.
if it comes out and actually gets good reviews, then I'm thinking the 75 to 80 where I put it at.
Craven the
And if it
Hunter.
gets great reviews, it might get to the 100 that Ryan guessed.
Craven the Hunter is one of the villains in the Spider-Man PlayStation 5 game that came out this year. Him and Venom. And Craven's storyline was a lot better than Venom's. I loved the villain of Craven in the game. And I'm like, put this in the movie. Like, this is fantastic. They're not, because this has got to be an origin story of how he rise to power. But I'm like, just make him a villain. Not everybody needs a good sad sob story background.
Now, what you really do is the post-credit sequence.
Mm-hmm.
We find out his twin brother is James Bond.
Okay.
Because they're both played by Aaron Taylor Johnson Joy, wherever the fuck his
You
name
don't
is.
know that. They haven't announced it yet.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Did they?
Like a couple months ago?
Well, now I'm going to look that
Anyone?
up.
Stork?
Isn't this what we're supposed to like?
What'd you say, Brian?
Aren't these the things that we're supposed to know?
I don't think he was.
I didn't think it was official. I think it was.
Oh,
just,
I got it right here.
you know,
Robert Downey Jr. is going to be playing James Bond.
that makes sense.
Back in March, he was offered the role of James Bond, but never been official yet.
So the check hasn't cleared. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm okay
I'm
with
sure
that.
the broccolis are good for it.
You think? Let's see here. What else you got, Blake?
I want to stick with my Price is Right game theory, even though Jeff makes some good points. All right, the Pop Culture Cafe at TPC Cafe _ You are stranded on an island. A large box comes ashore, and it contains nothing to help you escape. Leave the island. What do you hope it has in it? I hope it's my Hello Jeff box.
Wow, that's even better than I was going to guess.
For Brian, I hope it's
was-
Katie Cassidy.
Wow,
I
I
don't
was
have a
hoping.
problem with her like you do. So
She was a peach.
I was hoping that it would be a food replicator from Star Trek,
That would be helpful.
a working food
A working.
replicator from Star Trek.
I hope that it's the DVD box set of Mr. Belvedere.
That the device from Waterworld that I can pee into it and make soda pop or whatever.
I think it's just water,
It's all
Steve.
too.
Is it just water? Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine too.
Izzy, what do you want?
But Steve, after you pee into it, then you use the CO2 cartridges and
Oh
the,
yeah, and there will be
syrup
some
and you make
coconuts
soda pop.
around. Yeah, okay. How about a nice soft couch just to
That would be
you
nice.
know do as I will with it, like I'm a vice presidential candidate.
Izzy, what would you like?
Oh,
I want. I mean, really, I just want the microwave from The Fifth Element, where you
Oh.
put the sprinkles in and it becomes a roast chicken,
I
There
got
you
you. I got you.
And maybe some of those sprinkles would be nice too.
and the sprinkles to go with it. I want that system, that meal system.
There you go.
I want a couple of things. Maybe the book on civility by Richard Dreyfuss. That would help me pass the time.
You're not getting my copy.
My bad. I don't know what else. I would say like a nice, like tree house, like a nice, you know,
A treehouse in a box.
In a
Gotcha.
box.
yeah, you know, kind of like the kids' versions.
Four-star hotel, complete with staff. Maybe
Complete
maybe
with
a water
staff.
slide of some sort.
they didn't say how big the box was. I mean,
There
It
are
does say
trees
large.
where there are trees. Just build your own.
Yeah,
Like
You wake up and a monolith of a box has washed itself upon shore.
he wants the IKEA version where you just slide the things and twist the little screws and it goes together easily.
if it's the IKEA version, Jeff, I'm going to have like 18 extra pieces. I can use that for
And
firewood.
the stickers won't
Well, it's not like you're not
operate.
going to have time to put it together.
That's true. That is true. As long as it's not Gwyneth Paltrow's head, we're fine.
But will he have time to take it apart because he realized he screwed up on step 2 and have to go back all the way and take everything
Screw you,
apart,
Jeff.
go
I
back
only
and
did
back
that
and then start again?
3 to 6 times. What else we got, Blake?
From Steve. Read your own shit.
That's Steve at Everything I Learned from Movies. Who should star in the Rockford Files reboot?
Tom Hardy.
Downey Jr.
Scott Conn.
Blake, who did you have?
Okay, I heard Scott Conn.
Tom Hardy.
I mean, all right, but can he do a not weird accent though?
Yes. Ethan
Yes,
Embry. Fine, Ethan Embry.
Ethan, stop. The answer is Vince Vaughn, and everybody knows it.
That's actually...
Well, if we knew that, then why did you ask?
No, just test you guys. No, I don't know.
To be fair, Vince Vaughn was also in Blake's favorite season of True Detective.
Yeah, see, there we go. He's already got the detective skills.
Yeah.
And the charisma, and I don't know.
Wasn't that your favorite season, Blake?
No.
Oh, sorry.
I guess what I'm really asking is, where have all the James Garners gone?
Heaven.
Yeah.
It's not fashionable to make a movie about guys living in Winnebagos.
Well,
Mobile
Winnebago's
homes.
on beachfront property in Malibu. Yeah.
if Shazam taught us
That's true.
anything.
Yeah, I'm
he-
about to say.
He would end up being the villain of the series.
Blake wants
Goddamn
all his-
freeloader. Be an indentured
Blake was
servant
also
like the rest of
living
us.
in Winnebago.
Anyways, what else you got here, Blake? Wrap this up.
Professor number 1 at Doctor number 1. Evangeline Lilly is stepping away from acting. How can we get Jason to do the same from podcasting?
To be fair, I did step away for a couple weeks.
Schedule youth baseball games
Yes,
every Tuesday night.
Or baseball.
Vacation.
Would Jason Starr in Ant-Man 4?
Oh, you know what? No, it's even simpler than all of this. Steve and Izzy just need to visit.
Yeah.
Oh, good point. You won't see Jason for a while when that happens. He might get a
Twice,
coworker
Jason.
who was close
Twice.
to having COVID.
I just did sad trombone and rim shot. I hope people are hearing these. Oh, that's laughter. I don't like that one. Go away. Jeff, this is a lot more difficult to handle.
Oh, yeah. That's the good news, though. We won't get to hear his air horns.
It's enough.
Sorry. We did get one extra listener feedback while we were going to air from Randall Holt at RJ Holt 666. He's not evil.
He's
handled
just
that
my
way.
brother.
Of the Hobie, if the Hobie crew and Stephen Izzy had to compete in an Olympic event as a team, which one would it be, and which one would you medal in?
Like, is it real Olympic sports, or do we get to make one up?
Nope, real Olympics. Stephen Izzy, what would be your team? What would be your sport?
3-on-3 basketball.
With only 2 people.
Carry me through that.
Okay.
Who's your third? I got to ask.
Oh.
I'll say out of the Hobie crew? Oh, shit.
It's sushi.
Yeah. Can I get someone out of the stands, Bob? No, I was kidding. No. I don't know. Any of you guys got any experience? Jason, are you a baller?
I hate basketball.
All right. Well, you're not allowed in France then. Hey, the rest of you. How are you guys at setting picks for me?
I figure Blake could do that.
I was like, can anybody just pass to a guy who's almost 7 feet tall? That's all you have
I'll
to
say-
do.
Ooh, I got it. Mixed 3-on-3. It's me, Izzy, and Caitlin Clark.
Hey, they can carry me.
There you go.
Since, she apparently can't be on any other team.
It's
And
true.
babe, I'm great at blocking. I got an ass that will not squat.
Hell yeah. I use the ramp.
Blake, are you a basketball player?
No, but we can get Angel Reese to pretend to be me.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
There we go. All right.
So
I got it. Shooting.
the guns.
Yeah.
Okay.
because,
No.
why not?
You know what? I'm actually a super good shot.
The gun.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shut
we're
up, Jeff.
Americans. We're naturals, right?
As opposed to
why
basketball, I
We
understand
specifically
where
have
you were
classes
going.
for it in schools, right? That's what we're talking
there
about.
are
School
schools
shootings.
that have what's the one where you have to ski and then you shoot and then you keep
And
skiing?
biathlon.
Biathlon. Like I know
Yeah.
there are schools that have that.
Yeah, but that's Winter Olympics.
Well, they didn't.
They didn't
Some
specify.
are picking bobsled for Obi. I
Yeah.
think we can get a lot of weight on that.
Weight
to
in
pull
the
it
nose.
down.
There you go.
Yep.
Are you guys thinking if Jamaica can do what we can?
Oh yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, if Leon and Dougie Fresh or whatever can do it, why can't we?
I could see Blake saying "fuck you" on. He's doing the luge by himself. We do bobsled. He's doing luge. I could see that.
I ain't doing luge. I'm doing skeleton.
Oh, skeleton. Yeah.
Skeleton face first, baby.
That's right.
Brian, what's your sport?
Hobby horse.
I don't think that's a real event.
It's either Pummel Horse or Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure what we're trying to go for.
I don't know.
Fuck Hobby Lobby. They support terrorists.
Brian's going to have some austere competition there from those Northern Europeans.
Personally, I think we would do really well in curling.
Hobby horse is a real thing.
Ooh, curling. Yeah, there we go.
What is hobby horse, Brian?
Yeah, we're thinking.
Hobby horse is not an Olympic event though.
In
will
my
be.
Olympics, it is.
In your Olympics?
Breakdancing.
What the hell is
It
hobby
didn't say
horse?
The national, the official Olympics could be my Olympics.
Can someone explain to me what the hobby horse sport is? Because
Okay.
it is not. in
Are you familiar with the stick horses that you like the you give kids?
Yes.
It's like a broomstick. So there is an not Olympic. There are sanctioned events where people
Perform.
ride their stick horses, and there are jumps, and you pretend like you are in a full blown dressage course.
It's
Yeah,
it's a
so
real
you have to
sport
do
in
the
Finland.
gate.
What's
You
that?
have to do the gate. You have to do everything.
Really?
Of course.
You got to clear the fences.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah, you do the jumps and everything.
You know what?
Steve,
You know
I
what?
think
Next time we come for Bachfest, I think we're going to have our little hobby horse competition going.
Yes. Oh my God, we should show up with hobby horses.
Yeah.
Hobby goats.
Doug's
Oh,
my
shit.
trainer.
Doug. So it's a real sport in Finland.
Yes.
Wow. Learn something new every day. I was thinking it was just like that rocking horse that you were on. But
That's what I thought a hobby horse was.
Is
so,
rocking
yeah.
chair an Olympic sport?
Ooh, that could be good.
Oh, I could medal in that, maybe.
Yeah.
How about
Only if-
having
only
AI
if it-
write a letter from my daughter to an athlete?
That is not an Olympic sport.
Yet. Coming 2034.
Hobby horse was one of the sports that was requested to be included in the 2024 Olympics, and it was denied. So there you go.
Denied
wow.
with, quote, "It's not a real sport, grow the hell up." Oh, come on.
I mean, I think that falls into the same category as Quidditch, right?
Yes.
Quidditch and breakdancing? Wait, breakdancing's in?
Breakdancing is in.
I mean,
Well, anytime you have to run around with something between your legs,
Oh,
it's not a sport.
what did you say, Brian?
It's called
I mean,
men's
if they could
1800
have
meters or
substituted-
whatever.
they could have substituted the hobby horse for whatever they had to do that canceled in the river that is covered in E. coli.
It's
Oh,
fine.
did they cancel it? I thought they were going to make him do it anyway.
No,
All
they
right,
postponed it.
guys, I've got an idea. We make hobby horses sports, but we make it like a 3-person team, and we do it the way that this is what makes it interesting. We set it up the jumps that they have to go over. We set it up the way they do dog sports. So, is anyone familiar with flyball?
Yes.
The dog sport.
Yes.
So there's a 3-dog team, and they have to do little jumps, and they get their ball, and they have to go back.
Yeah.
And the jumps are set to the shortest dog on the team.
Yeah.
So for hobby horse, we set the jumps for the shortest person on the team.
I like it.
Jeff? I don't know.
I mean, my jumps cannot go that far.
Yeah. So then, like, you know, we have like our ace in the hole, Steve, with like, you know, his like 9-foot long legs.
Just call me Daddy Longlegs for America.
I will never call you that.
Now, granted, we'll talk about long legs later in the episode.
Yes. So, Jeff, give me some news of the geek music.
It's time for another installment of the news of the geek.
Okay, San Diego Comic-Con news. We actually kind of went through all of it.
What a great article.
What's that?
What a great article.
Thank you. No, we did have a poll of the week at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter or X or whatever it's called. What MCU film are you most excited for? Avengers Doomsday, Fantastic Four, which is taking place in the 1960s. It's called The First Steps. Thunderbolts, which is getting pretty good reviews from the footage that they showed. And Captain America Brave New World. In last place, Brave New World of Captain America. With 11%.
That's the one I would have voted for.
I agree. Avengers Doomsday got 14%. And Fantastic Four above Thunderbolts at 39 to 36%. So there you go. Yeah. So there you go. That's pretty much everything that was released. I did put on our Facebook page today a new version of Hellboy is out there. If anybody saw that, it's kind of it's kind of a scary movie type version. I don't think you're going to like it, Jeff.
I probably won't.
It leans very much into the scary parts. So that should be interesting. It's the Crooked Man is what it's based on. Supposedly the comic book's really good. Of it. And then I think that's about it.
Lots of exciting things like San Diego coming out.
It was pretty much Marvel. I mean, that's pretty much what it came out to.
Isn't it
Was there
always?
no other non-Marvel news from San Diego?
Not really.
DC still tripping all over themselves, or what's going on there?
Two new Dexter shows.
Oh yeah,
with
that's
Michael C.
right.
Hall.
Yeah.
That panel was actually pretty cool. I watched all of that. So I'm excited for that.
Does he start a laboratory in one of them?
No.
Like,
Did you hit the rim shot on that, Jake?
Oh, sorry. Oh, shoot. That was the wrong thing. Moving on. I think I hit the wrong one.
We didn't hear it, so...
Creature Commandos came out for DC. James Gunn, the cartoon, the animated show. I posted a trailer to that as well. That looks kind of fun. Let's see here. Alien Romulus was released, the trailer. Another Alien film. No one cares.
Saw that trailer during Deadpool.
How was that?
I mean, it looks like another Alien movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just it. They're
If
always
you like-
good trailers.
Yeah. I mean, if you like the other Alien movies, I think you'll like this. If you didn't like them or didn't like most of them, you probably won't like this.
For Blake, Lord of the Rings of Power Season 2 is coming out. They talked about building on the lessons learned from Season 1. Blake. Yeah. Supposedly it was a fun panel that got people excited.
Sure it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. What We Do in the Shadows is coming out in October. Final season.
Final season.
And they're adding another cast member to the house. So,
Ooh. How many celebrity cameos are they going to have for the final season?
87.
48.
Let's see here. Silo is coming out November 15th, new season.
Read the book.
Yep. Let's see here. And that was about it. There wasn't much about Sony's Spider-Man universe. They didn't really talk about it.
What about the impending release of Kraven the Hunter, like 2 full years after it was supposed to be released?
It's going to be good.
It's going to be great.
So many families are going to see this.
Make you.
Ejaculate!
Let's see here. New Doctor Who spinoff is coming. It's called The War Between the Land and the Sea. International crisis after powerful creatures from the oceans take to the surface and reveal themselves to humanity for the first time.
That's just Wakanda Forever. Or
Wakanda.
Aquaman. Or
Doctor Who, apparently.
Oh, here you go, Brian. Soldier Boy is getting a spin-off series from The Boys. Prequel, yes.
Watch me. Woo.
Let's see here. Conan the Barbarian is going to be a playable character in Mortal Kombat.
Sweet.
No.
Pass.
That's about it. So,
Hey, which one, though?
Conan was
Arnie
in
or
the movie.
Jason Momoa?
I'm not sure.
Oh, be Momoa. Be Momoa. He's probably funner to fight with.
Did you say
There you go.
funner? Let's
Say
see.
funner.
Funner.
My man.
And then Star Trek Section 31 is the new series. It's teasing it to be like John Wick in space. So there you go.
Star Trek also doing
Also
a new
coming
series.
soon, John Wick in space.
Would you say?
Star Trek doing a new show coming out about like an academy. The Starfleet
Yes.
Academy show.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're correct. So there you go. There's your San Diego news. So,
Would John Wick in space be something like Among Us?
it could be.
Game?
It could be. Let's see.
Star
here.
Trek's just going to be, somebody going around killing them one by one.
I guess.
Sounds fun.
Let's see here. Some Utah news for our guest. West Nile virus has been detected in Draper and Riverton. So watch out for that.
Out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I mean, it's better than E. coli that you can get in the same.
Yeah. It's not like we're hosting the Olympics with E. coli literally running in the streets.
Let's see here. Senate approves the Utah Senate approved the Kids Online Safety Act, but the House is still split on it. We don't need to save kids.
Welcome to America. Oh, it'll help kids. Fuck them kids. No one cares.
And Utah has a very high COVID-19 levels in wastewater. Just to let you guys know. So,
Ooh.
Oh, there we go.
see?
Everyone's pooping out their COVID in Utah.
And the drying up this salt lake is releasing millions of carbon dioxide into the air too.
Oh,
Oh, and arsenic.
So start putting water back in there, eh?
as long as it doesn't have
They dump
COVID in it.
toxic waste out here, and then all the water goes away.
Well, I figured they shouldn't be losing their water since all the snow on the mountains are melting. They should be getting plenty of water.
Should be fine. Should be fine.
You guys know about Lake Bonneville? You ever heard about that?
No.
You mean the Bonneville Salt Flats?
Yes. Yeah. The
Oh, okay.
In prehistoric times, it was the giant lake that was western Utah and almost all of Nevada and all the way down top to bottom. Now it's just the Great Salt Lake that's left because the rest of it has gone away over
Yeah.
millions and millions of years, and now we're down to the last little puddle.
Is that where the Atari ET game is buried?
That's down in New Mexico.
Oh,
Come
my
on.
bad. It's
Or
all the same.
Arizona? I don't know.
It's all the same.
One of them.
It's all the same.
No, we just have all the nuclear fallout and all that fun stuff down in
Yeah.
central Utah.
Too
Some
many people.
other
I
news.
don't know if
What?
Brian is still here, but he is muted. So
Yes.
okay. Well, I didn't know if you were trying to say anything because I hadn't heard for a while, and I just saw you were muted. So I hoped you were aware of that, and didn't want to continue to try and say stuff and wonder why.
Why
no
is
one
nobody
was
responding to my quips?
These guys are
Be like a actual Zoom meeting at work.
Brian, I'm
Yeah,
glad you're here.
I muted it because all of my dogs decided to start drinking water at the same time. You could probably hear it, but
It didn't want to sound like you're doing the 200-meter breaststroke or something.
yeah, I mean, I'm getting E. coli for everyone else.
That is a sacrifice, Brian.
That's my sacrifice for this country.
Good job.
Sacrifice.
Oh God, the sad part was that's what was going through my head. Steve had to sing it.
Let's see here. Per Collider,
Collider.
whatever. There was a time prior to the release of Avatar: The Way of Water where fans and film critics were unsure of the sequel's box office potential, after so many years had passed after the original shitty film. Even filmmaker James Cameron seemingly acknowledged...
929.
Thank you. Seemingly acknowledged those same concerns, openly stating that if Way of the Water failed, he would not have to worry about Avatar 4 or 5. Well... After Way of Water
and I can finally rest.
grossed $2.3 billion. Let's see here. With the sequel's box office success, Cameron is clearly feeling more confident these days. Oh, shit. As he recently announced that he is starting to develop ideas for a 6th and 7th installment in the franchise. Speaking to Collider, whatever.
Collider.
Cameron stated, "We're fully written through movie 5. I've got ideas for 6 and 7. Although I'll probably be handing the baton on at that point. I mean, mortality catches up. I mean, we're enjoying what we're doing. We're loving it. We get to work with great people. But I got to take a submersible to the Titanic."
I also release a movie once every 12 years, so, you know.
The site went on to add that Cameron told them that he views Avatar as a franchise that can continue to expand over the years, much the same way that George Lucas and Gene Roddenberry watched Star Wars and Star Trek expand.
Are they still going?
I don't know. It's been previously teased that the 4th film will see the franchise return to the universe's version of Earth. Barring any delays, Avatar 3 will arrive in theaters on December 19, 2025. Oh, thank God. They were smart. They decided not to release the same December as Kraven the Hunter.
I mean, until they get pushed back another year.
That's true. While Avatar 4 currently has a December 2029 release date. For fuck's sake.
And Avatar 5 will be released with the Salt Lake City Olympics in 2034.
Can't wait. Can't wait. Everybody excited about Avatar?
I'm pretty sure I'll be dead by the time Avatar 5 comes out.
Avatar 5, The Search for Curly's Gold, coming...
Don't be dead, Jeff.
December 20th.
Don't be dead. Will we get to 1,000 episodes by the time 4 or 5 comes out?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
By the time 5 does, I would say. Let's see, 4 with 29. Maybe not by 29, but by the time 5 comes out.
Yeah. Pardon me. Per WKRC in Cincinnati, where Brian gets all of his news from.
Just half of it.
Yeah. A man was rescued from the oppressive heat of one of country's hottest national parks after the skin melted off his feet, according to the National Park Service. Park rangers said a 42-year-old Belgian tourist, I'm Belgian, suffered third-degree burns when he lost his flip-flops in the sand dunes of Death Valley. Quote, the ground temperature would have been much hotter than the air temperature, which was around 123 degrees. Officials said. Authorities report the tourist suffered third-degree full-thickness burns on his feet. The skin melted off his foot.
He wore flip-flops in one of the hottest places in the world.
It's fine.
No, apparently he didn't wear the flip-flops. That's the problem.
Yeah. I mean, first off, like, choosing flip-flops as your footwear for Death Valley, like driving in, seeing all the rocks and thinking that's a good idea. There you go.
Yeah.
He left his Crocs on the bus.
And then losing the said flip-flops and thinking keeping going is a great idea.
Yeah, say we went. We were there April Fool's Day this year, and it was a lovely 80 degrees
We were
with
there
sprinkles.
Easter Day.
Easter. That's when it was. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh.
And Easter Sunday, and it was gorgeous. It was
Stunning.
also 80 degrees, light rain, like a day that never happens in Death Valley.
And guess who wore real shoes? The two of fucking us.
That's right. And we still stayed hydrated and all that shit.
Well, let me
Your
give you
feet
some
were
more.
sweaty, weren't they?
We were chugging waffles or whatever Belgian people do.
Let me give you some advice from the park rangers. Those that go to Death Valley during the heat should stay within a 10-minute walk of a vehicle with air conditioning. Do not hike after 10 a.m. Drink plenty of water, along with eating salty snacks and wear protection. Not condoms, but hats and sunscreens.
Oh,
No, the condoms will melt.
I mean, it couldn't hurt.
And then you get third-degree burns on your dick.
It can hurt.
I can't.
It's
I
a
can't.
protective latex barrier.
I'm sure next week we'll have somebody else in the Death Valley wearing Crocs or something. So.
Oh no, Crocs are actually actually pretty good for not damaging the environment. and all
Yeah, it
of
takes
that.
like 300 degrees to melt them things.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay. So wear Crocs, not flip-flops.
Yes.
Okay. I just want waffles.
To be fair, he could have just used a George Foreman grill, and it would have been the same.
Right.
I like the smell of bacon in the morning. Jeff. Box office news.
Oh, yeah, we're ready for that already. Okay, let me pull that up. Where?
Meanwhile, I'm going to be eating an Oreo mint chocolate chip.
Box up. There we go. You're eating the Oreos. Damn, I should have come over. Box office report of July 26th, 2024 to July 28th, 2024. Number one, a little-known film known as Deadpool and Wolverine made $211 million in its opening weekend on a budget of $200 million.
It may get its budget back. It may make
good.
some more of it.
I just wish people would go see
It already
this
got
little
its budget
film.
back.
Oh.
I mean, it already got its budget back in 3 days domestically.
I feel like we haven't heard much
I think
about
it's
it.
going to do well. Yeah, I mean, it's not well. Then again, they probably spent another $230 million on advertising, as much as I've seen about it for the last 2 months. Coming in at number two.
Now it looks like he could afford to spend some more money on Wrexham.
Thank God.
Coming in at number two, Twisters made $35.5 million, a total of $155 million on a budget of $155 million. So it made its money back.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for them.
Coming in at number three, Despicable Me made another $14 million, a total of $291 million on a $100 million budget.
Good for them.
I'll be seeing that this weekend.
Coming in at you are sweet.
Yeah.
Coming in at number four, Inside Out 2 made another $8.3 million, a total of $608.5 million on a budget of $200 million.
It's a good film. Good film.
And coming in at number five, making another $6.8 million, a total of $58.6 million, Long Legs.
Yeah.
On a budget of $10 million. Making Long Legs the most profitable based off of budget of all these movies.
Yeah, Nick Cage, baby.
Yeah.
Now as Doctor Doom. Anyway. Coming back as Ghost Rider. It happened.
Oh, if they would have got Nick Cage to be Doctor Doom.
He would have been better as Doctor Strange. Brian, what's upcoming August 2nd?
Maybe August 1st.
Whatever.
We have a film called The Duel, a 2023 film. When Woody finds out his best friend has been sleeping with his girlfriend, he challenges him to a duel, taking their friend group across the border to a mysterious and stunning estate.
Okay.
Featuring Dylan Sprouse.
Oh.
Jeez.
Riverdale.
That was Cole Sprouse.
Oh, damn it.
We have, quite possibly, in my opinion, this could be the film of the year.
Okay.
Coming out. It's called The Firing Squad.
Oh, jeez.
It is based on the true story of 3 Christian prisoners who face execution in a third world country and how their joy in Christ results in a stunning conclusion.
They shoot themselves in the head.
Fuck out.
Spoilers.
you guys don't have to guess who's the star of this.
Jim Caviezel.
Kirk Cameron, Dean Cain, Kevin Sorbo,
Kevin Sorbo,
Really?
and our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Cuba Gooding Jr., Kevin Sorbo, the busiest man in Hollywood, Eric Roberts.
Yeah.
Eric Roberts.
If there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll act in anything you say.
Yeah, very excited to see and read reviews about that.
It's Eric Roberts, though. He's awesome.
Oh, he's going to be like the warden or something. I don't know how he's like a warden in a Vietnamese prison, but it's going to work out.
Let's see. What is this character? Let's see what his character is.
He's just on the phone.
Eric, we'll pay you $100 if you just call into the movie. Sounds good. Let's do it.
Yeah, I can record it on
Let's
my
see.
iPhone. I've done it like a dozen times. I got this down.
You know,
Let's see.
I've been in Batman. Yes, Eric, we know.
Eric Roberts is playing General Ho Chi Mao.
Hey, it worked for John Wayne.
Yeah,
Did
in
it?
Central Utah.
Did it?
No, it didn't.
Let's see. Also coming out, we have a short that's called Stairway. It is 12 minutes long.
Okay.
So
it
it's
is-
the video for Stairway to Heaven.
It's a peek into the true coming-of-age story of Robert Mutz, a Jewish teenager who escaped Vienna in 1930s and traveled to Houston in America as a refugee from the Holocaust, becoming the lone survivor of his village.
That
Couldn't
sounds
give him more than 12
depressing.
minutes.
That may be the saddest 12 minutes on film.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Let's see. Also coming out, we have a film that I'm actually kind of excited about. Trap.
Oh, M.
It
Night.
is the
I
M.
want to
Night
be excited
Shyamalan,
about it.
Josh Hartnett making his return.
Yes.
Father and his teen daughter attend a pop concert only to realize they've entered the center of a dark and sinister event.
Oh, yeah, that one.
It's a
saw
trap for a
the-
serial killer.
I'm pretty sure that this is... No. Maybe, yeah. I saw the trailer for this for bike riders.
Mm-hmm.
It looks really, really good. Like, it's...
It could be.
fucked up, but it looks good.
But you're burying the lead.
What's that?
Who's directing the movie?
M. Night Shyamalan.
No, it's M. Night Schulman.
Oh, shoot, different.
M.
Totally
Night
different.
Shoemaker.
Yes, totally different.
Yeah.
Everything about it sounds great until I
Yeah.
found out
Yeah.
who the director was.
I didn't think he was burying that lead. Wasn't that the first thing you mentioned when you talked about the...
No, it was the return of Josh Hartnett. By the way, he was in Oppenheimer last year, so...
Oppenheimer! Sorry.
He wasn't the star.
It's going to be great.
So-
It's going to make $200 million.
Oppenheimer or this?
I think Oppenheimer made more than that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oppenheimer made like $1 billion or something last year. Talking about Trap.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Can't wait till it premieres on Peacock.
Jeff, wasn't this the movie? Trap was also the movie with Charlize Theron, right? And Kevin Bacon.
Trapped.
Oh, Trapped.
That was Strap.
It's Trapped. What?
It was Clap.
Yeah, that was past tense.
Oh, it was a great film. Definitely go see it. Hey, Jeff, I bet you they land the plane on the road.
Oh, that would be dumb. Yep, they're doing it.
God.
Also coming out this week.
I bet he dips the plane.
He dipped the plane. What else you got, Brian?
Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
With Shazam.
What happened to Kumar?
Inside of his book, adventurous Harold can make anything come to life simply by drawing it. After he grows up and draws himself off the book's pages and into the physical world, Harold finds out he has a lot to learn about real life.
Shit, that's how Tony Stark comes back as Doctor Doom. He draws himself as it.
That makes
this,
sense.
This is Zach Levi, Zoe Deschanel, Alfred Molina.
Doc Ock?
Dr. Octopus was in it.
Yeah, we got Doc Ock, Shazam, The Happening.
Shazam! Shazam!
That's what Zoe Deschanel's most famous for, right? The Happening.
Yeah, that's what she is most famous for.
It's the trees! Run! It's the trees!
Jason,
That's
quick
up there,
question. Have
top
you ever
3
seen The
worst.
Happening?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
You see why I'm not excited for Trap?
But Steve, hot dogs get a really bad rap.
Just give 1 second.
What?
You gotta,
What?
Gotta leave the variables. Gotta move the variables.
I think I found a transformer.
You're
I
going
will
to kill
say-
me in my sleep, aren't you?
What? No.
Isn't happening when the guy lays down in front of a lawnmower?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
I thought that was Lawnmower Man.
Stop it. It was Lawnmower Man 2.
Joe
Oh.
Blow.
But I will say The Happening is in the top 3 movies with the wrong title, like the most opposite title of what actually.
Because nothing happened.
in the movie.
It's up there with Nick and Lund.
Exactly.
Say
I
make
think
it
two
lunch.
things wrong with that title. Greatest lawsuit I have since I sued the makers of the Never-Ending Story. Personally, I think the greatest show on earth is the biggest misnomer.
It won an Oscar.
It was shit.
So did Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Okay, it won a Best Picture Oscar.
Ugh.
So did Crash. And
So-
not the good one.
So did 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah.
Above Scorsese. Fuck you, Scorsese. I don't like superhero films. Well, nobody fucking asked you, you 86-year-old bum. We know it.
Someone did ask
Scorsese, that
him,
you can
though.
stop making them.
Yeah.
I fear change.
I don't like it. Well, it's not made for you, asshole. God. I don't like foot
Jason?
porn either, but I don't watch it.
Jason, tell us how you
Steve
really
only
feel.
watches stock porn.
That's right.
Duck porn?
Duck porn?
Stuck porn.
Oh.
You know, like, oh no, I'm caught in the washing machine. If only my stepbrother were here to help me.
Brian, what else you got coming out? Is that it?
There's nothing else coming out. They're
Okay.
done.
Top five music. This is a weird one this week. Based on Jurassic Park happening in the real world, Steve and Izzy came up with this one. It's top 5 extinct animals you want to bring back to eat. So, there you go. Steve, Izzy, I'll let you guys go first.
Babe, did you have a number 5 extinct animal you wanted to bring back to eat?
Oh, yes. So, yes, mine is about animals that would be the most delicious if brought back.
Mm-hmm.
So, my number 5 is going to be the mammoth, and it comes in at number 5 because it turns out that for a couple hundred years now, people have been defrosting mammoth meat and eating it already.
Oh.
They used to serve it in adventurer clubs.
But how is it? Like, it's number 2 on my list.
It's number 2 on my list.
Scientists said it was quite tasty.
See, there we go.
It's number 2. Damn it.
Put
it on the
number
board.
5. Look, guys, we all want to eat a fucking dinosaur, right? We all want to eat a dinosaur. However, dinosaurs are nasty fucking reptile things or whatever, allegedly. So they'd be all parasitic and shit. Like, I've had gator, but even like gator, you got to like spice it up, right, and stuff, blah, blah, blah. But according to scientists, ornithomimid would yield the most consumer-friendly cut of meat while still maintaining a unique dinosaur taste. Now, ornithomimid is it's kind of like a little mini raptor kind of thing.
Okay.
All the pictures are kind of like a little chicken or whatever, like chicken-sized or whatever. But
So, like, clean meat.
yeah, so you would still get the dinosaur, that terrible lizard meat.
Yeah.
But you know, it allegedly would be the best tasting, not like some bottom feeding. I don't know, whatever.
All right.
Spinosaurus or something. I don't know.
Spinosaurus. Blake, what's your number
Who's
5?
Like apex predator.
Yeah, it's an apex predator. I don't know.
Blake, what's your number 5?
You know, back in April for Easter, I met my parents at the barn in Rocky Fork Creek.
Mm-hmm.
I had a really good Wagyu steak.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like that cow to come back so I can eat it again.
That one specific cow. Gotcha.
That's right.
That cow is now extinct.
Yes. I ate it and I liked it. But I don't know if it was a Japanese cow, an Argentinian cow, but it was Wagyu style.
Hey, Blake.
You couldn't place the accent?
Couldn't place the accent. That's right.
That was my number 3.
Ooh.
Blake's Wagyu steak.
That's right, man. Good shit.
Brian, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is the KFC Double Down.
You really want that to come back?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Bring it back.
Jeff, what's your number 5?
As Steve was saying, everyone wants to eat a dinosaur.
Yeah. Do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to eat a dinosaur. And if you're going to eat a dinosaur, why the fuck not make it as much like the Flintstones as possible? I want a brontosaurus burger.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. My number 5 is a great uck. I looked these up. I actually did some work
God
today.
damn you.
It's
Oh,
pronounced
that's my number 1.
Uck.
Son of a bitch.
Is that on your list?
It's number 1.
Yeah.
Well, please, Jason, go for it. Tell us all about the great auk.
It's a giant bird.
Wow, perfect.
That's all?
How about
That's all?
a 3-foot tall, 11-pound penguin?
Yeah.
That eats exclusively fish and crab, so it's a wonderful diet and probably tasty. And they met their demise in the 16th century because of European demand because it was so goddamn tasty.
Yep.
And the last confirmed one was in 1852 near Iceland.
Oh, babe, you left out the most important part.
What's that?
They were so delicious. They were hunted to extinction 4 years after the discovery.
Yep.
Oh,
1, 2,
jeez.
3, 4, and then we ate them all.
Wow.
Yeah.
By the way, they were not in danger of... Their population was quite stable. They were not in danger of going extinct outside of just people eating the shit out of them.
To be fair, humans have never destroyed anything on this earth, so I can't really blame humans. Number 4 for me, because I love a good duck. I want a Labrador duck. They look good. They were extinct.
Half dog, half duck.
Yeah. So that's all I had on that one. Number 4 for you,
The
Jeff.
loyalty of the duck with the cleanliness of a dog.
Jeff?
Number 4 for me, I decided I wanted to go with a mastodon.
Ah. Okay.
The heavy metal band?
Well, maybe.
I like that one.
But I thought, we'll go for mastodon because, you know, the mammoth just seems like it's too plain.
Okay.
The mastodon is an uppercut. Probably closer to a wagyu, if you will.
Brian, what's your number 3 or 4?
My number 4 is the McDonald's Big 33 burger.
Which
I
is?
didn't even remember that one.
What is that?
That is the Larry Bird burger that McDonald's did.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Oh, Steve's got a new number 1.
I was thinking it's like a 33-ounce, like 18 patties stacked up or something.
It was a quarter pounder with bacon, onions, and barbecue sauce.
Ooh.
Nice. So a Western burger.
Blake, number 4?
You know, I was struggling for 4, 3, and 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll take some inspiration from Brian, and I'd like to bring back the Big Chef.
What the hell's a Big Chef?
Burger
Chef?
Chef?
That's right.
Okay.
That was always my favorite, but mainly because their mascots were Burger Chef and Jeff.
Yeah.
Number 4 for you, Steve?
Number 4 for me, an oldie but a goodie. It's an auroch, Auroch, which was basically a cattle that was in Europe, Asia, Northern Africa, that was 6.5 feet tall at the shoulder and over 3,000 pounds. But guess what? Too delicious. Europe, extinct by early 17th century.
Izzy, number 4.
My number 4 is the dodo.
It's my number 1.
That's my number one.
Put it on the board.
Number 1.
Related to pigeons, described as tasting between a turkey and a duck, high fat, weighed as much as 2 geese. I mean, come on.
Well, see, the thing I read, they were talking about how pirates preferred pigeons and other stuff there on that island.
And see, they were related to pigeons, and they were not afraid of anything because they had no predators.
Sewer rat may taste like pumpkin pie, but I never know because I didn't even read that film.
Number 3, Izzy?
Well, I was going to.
Oh, sorry, Jeff.
The dodo here. Come on, we're talking about the dodo.
Yes.
Yeah, dodo.
Apparently, the dodo is the best thing to have if you're a 1,000-year-old vampire for your wedding feast.
That is true.
Oh, yes.
Because Nandor used one of his genie wishes to bring the dodo back so they can serve it at his wedding.
That is true.
Also,
right there. Number 1.
Also, apparently the fun part about dodos is it only took about 50 people like a year and a half to wipe them out on their island.
Well, it was a small population that, like you said, had no natural predator. Yeah, I would do it.
It was like, will you be my friend? Yoink.
Izzy, number 3?
Number 3, I am going to go with the trilobite.
Ew.
All right.
I mean, I guess if you're shucking oysters, why not shuck a trilobite?
Guys, but think of it this way. A 10-pound lobster.
Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
It's more like a 10-pound scallop or something. It's still good.
I'm intrigued.
Little feces and stuff. I think you're thinking an ammonite.
Oh, yep. I totally am.
You say trilobite, I say
no. Trilobite's the little long ones.
Oh, yeah.
And they ranged in size from like 1 centimeter, but the big ones would have weighed over 10 pounds.
Hell yeah. I like it.
I thought they looked like barnacles. Or am I thinking of something different?
I think you're thinking of something else.
Okay.
How about me, Jason?
Yeah, you're number 3.
My number 3 is the Stellar Sea Cow.
Oh,
that's my number 2!
A 30-foot long giant sea cow with like a 4-inch blubber layer. That's some good fucking eats right there. Eats nothing but like kelp and shit.
They weighed as much as 2 African elephant bulls.
And you can almost accidentally kill them. If they're anything like today's manatees, just like, the fuck was that? Oh shit, now I have a 3,000-pound animal to eat. Or live inside. I don't know, it's big enough.
That's my number 2 because, it's a cow, so you can get beef from it, but it would also count as fish for Fridays in Lent.
Yeah, right. It'd have that nice that saltwater freshness to it while still being a sea cow, a red meat.
Also,
plus I would mistake it for a mermaid and probably try to fuck it.
There you go. We that's a big
ass mermaid.
Ate them into extinction in 30 years.
Yeah, that's all it takes. Around the dawn of America, it only took like a decade to wipe them out.
Yeah. Blake, what's your number 3?
Number 3. I can't find turducken in the stores anymore. Are they extinct?
I like that. I'll give you that.
Okay. I mean, as in the natural world, yes, they are extinct. You have to find fake turducken these days.
Okay, soy
duckin.
Soy turducken?
No. Brian, number 3.
My number 3 is the Taco Bell beefer.
With Taco Bell to come back
with no real beef in it.
It was Taco Bell's answer to the fast food burger war.
Jeez.
So
who won that, by the way?
They're still figuring that out.
We all lost.
Didn't Taco Bell win it according to that terrible movie?
Ugh.
What, the animal? Because you can't be talking about Demolition Man.
Oh, I'm talking
That
about
movie's
Demolition Man. It was a terrible movie.
I'm sorry, it's a wonderful movie.
Wonderfully terrible.
Are you just mad because it's starting to become a documentary?
It's not Idiocracy.
No, I just thought it was terrible.
Moving on, my number 3 was the Wagyu steak that Blake had. So Blake,
You're not even trying, Jason.
I'm not.
It was that good.
It was
that good.
I've had Wagyu steak, and it's amazing. It's
That was
amazing.
My number 3, since Jason decided to skip over me.
Go ahead, Jeff. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is I'm going for the pterodactyl because I want the biggest ass chicken wings possible.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there would be $80,000.
I don't care. You only
Worth
need
it.
one.
Do you have any idea how much it costs to bring them back?
Let's see here. What else you got? Jeff, what's your number 2?
My number 2 was the Stellar Sea Cow.
Okay. My number 2 was the woolly mammoth. Number 2 for you, Brian?
Number 2 for me was the Taco Bell waffle taco. I really like the breakfast waffle taco from Taco Bell, and I want it to come back.
Okay. Blake, number 2?
I couldn't think of a number 2, but I'm sure whatever it was would be something that would piss Peta off.
Steve, number 2?
My number 2 is Woolly Mammoth.
Okay. Izzy, number 2?
My number 2 was going to be Stellar Sea Cow, but I'm going to update it to the North American passenger pigeon.
Oh, okay.
You love those
What?
pigeons.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
apparently
that
a relative of the mourning dove. American settlers ate it to extinction.
Wow.
And bonus notes: the very last one died on September 1st in 1914 in the same resting place as Harambe.
What? The Cincinnati Zoo?
They have a
You
statue.
blew it up.
They've got a statue for that passenger pigeon. I forgot its name. But it's
Martha.
a zoo. Martha. Yeah.
Her name was Martha.
Why would you say that name?
Why did you say it?
Why should I say Martha?
And then,
What's your number 1?
So my number 1 was going to be the Great Auk, but I am updating it to the Taco Bell Naked Chalupa. God, I miss it. Did you guys ever have a Naked Chalupa?
Oh, yeah.
I know Steve did.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Fed chalupas naked.
Have you had the Naked Chalupa where
But not the
instead of the
naked
taco
chalupa.
shell, it's a chicken breast that's breaded and deep fried?
Yes. Delightful.
Delightful.
There you go.
Was that your number 1?
It is
Yes.
now.
My number 1 was the Great Auk, but I'm going to mention my honorable mention that was actually pretty close. The Moa, a 12-foot tall ostrich-like 500-pound flightless bird from New Zealand that ate plants and shrubs. But then, in the 1300s, the Maori showed up, and they were extinct by 1445 from overhunting, but possibly made them some of the baddest asses in all the world. I assume eating from these giant birds.
Blake, what's your number 1?
I was the dodo.
Oh, that was my number 1. Brian, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is the McDonald's McHotDog.
Ew.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah. Our McDonald's inside our Walmart when I was a kid had that.
Yes. I miss the McHotDog.
Ugh.
I mean, you can recreate it by just boiling the shit out of a Hebrew National and put it on a stale bun.
Ugh.
I could.
Well, sounds much better than a Nathan's hot dogs.
Jeff's number 1 was a dodo. So there you go.
No.
We did not get anybody to reply to this one.
What?
Yeah.
Cowards.
I'm sure they would have said pretty much most of the same stuff we said, or at least on the vein of what Brian said.
At least Blake's Wagyu steak would have been there.
Predators just don't taste that good, babe.
Yeah, no.
Titles for the show? Did anyone have titles?
I had very little.
That was it?
Do we have a bad idea? No, that wasn't it.
Oh, bad idea of the week? Swimming in
food to
what's that?
Death Valley Sands flip flop.
There you go, number 112.
Hunting tasty food to extinction.
Taking a vacation to the hottest place on the fucking earth
with just flip flops.
Oh, just in general.
Yes.
Like.
So those are 112 through 115. Bad idea.
Almost as good as Worsley.
That's true.
Yeah, the only reason he's not on the list is he survived.
Mm-hmm.
Damn you, Belgians. Let's see here.
Robot feet from his government-funded health care.
What'd you say, Brian?
I said, wouldn't it be more like "Damn you, Park Rangers"?
That's true. They let him. They survive. They helped him survive. Damn you. Titles for the show. Titles for the show. I had Erotic Almond, and it was Clippy After All.
I had Fighting the Avant-Garde and Chugging Waffles. Like
Okay.
Belgians do.
As Belgians do.
Anybody else?
I wrote down Erotic Almonds and the Olympics ruined Jesus.
That wasn't writing any down.
I think Fighting the Avant-Garde is probably my favorite. Everybody agree?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Steve, Izzy, tell us where we can find you guys at.
I was just thinking that title is it's violent, it's completely wrong and misunderstood. It's perfect for a podcast.
Avant-Garde.
But you can find us on all the major podcatchers under Everything I Learned from Movies. Right now, guys, we are going headlong into Nick August Cage.
Nick August Cage.
Yeah.
Because, Steve, it's the most wonderful
time of the year.
Cage.
Cage. We might watch Longlegs too. I don't know. We just saw Deadpool and Wolverine, so I gotta wait for my wait for some free time to pop up between all these wonderful shows. Babe, what kind of shows am I talking about?
Oh my gosh, you mean the shows where we go and sell my goods and wares?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And we never stop doing them?
Never stop.
Never stop, can't stop, won't stop. Yeah, so Steve, what shows do we have coming up?
Shit. Well, let's see. This weekend, this Friday afternoon, we'll be at the Eccles Art Center in Ogden, Utah. Saturday,
For
we'll be at
Summerfest.
for Summerfest, I guess. Saturday morning, we'll be at the Ogden Farmers Market on historic 25th Street. It's beautiful. Come check us out.
Purple tent in front of Wise Guys. We're there every Saturday.
Yep, and we'll be moving to the Ogden Amphitheater for Ogden Pride Festival that evening and all goddamn day on Sunday. It's going to be great. Only about 102 degrees. And then, next week we're going to be at the Weber County Fair from Wednesday the 7th to Saturday the 11th from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. every goddamn day. That's 12 hours a day, 4 days that week.
And what are we doing that Thursday?
Oh, we're going to be doing the Eccles Art Center again.
For Summerfest.
We're going to be going Saturday. We're going to be doing the Farmers Market again. What are we doing Sunday? We're going to the Utah State Fairgrounds for the Craft Lake City DIY Festival. Come join us in the Dreamer Building, front and center, right in the middle, with special guest Katie Crumpton and her amazing art's going to be joining us too.
Yeah.
Guys, hit my wife up at Untidy Venus. That's a goddess who's bad at housekeeping for if you need buttons, magnets, and bottle openers for any upcoming expos. If you want to check out her amazing art, it's fantastic. You can get it as prints, all stickers, all kinds of cool shit.
Oh, yeah.
Hobie is a customer of yours, and we love it.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yes, Hobie is a great customer.
Yeah, use that Hobie Pod or whatever.
Yep,
code.
Hobie Pod.
Guys,
We gave up on Etsy.
Yeah.
Etsy's owned by
Fuck
Amazon
Etsy.
now.
Just hit her up direct at Untiny Venus.
Yeah, hit me up
Twitter,
directly.
Insta the best way.
Insta or Facebook.
There you
Either
go.
of those. You know, I'm also on this podcast with this really tall guy. He has a really huge dick, and I'm sleeping with him.
Joe Rogan?
Undertaker?
No!
Don
Surprisingly,
Cena?
it's more left wing than both of them. It's Steve!
That's me!
Our podcast is
Everything I learned from movies. And you can hit us up at EILF Movies on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Blueski.
Yes.
Yeah, and all your favorite podcatchers.
That's right.
That is a
We're
very
everywhere.
good promo.
God damn, was it enough?
I don't know, but I will say it was very professional, unlike our
Listen,
podcast.
Send us your money. We'll give you art. I swear to God. Hit us up on Patreon. We'll do whatever you ask.
Every
Oh my
time
God.
somebody donates, we'll sing in unison.
I got bills to pay. Fuck.
He's got a dog to feed. It's the very smart one.
The dog's name is Sushi, and it's not because it's a cute name. It's his diet.
Everyone, thank you for joining us,
Titles
Steve
for
and
the
Izzy.
show?
Jeff, Brian, Blake, I'll see you guys back in the studio next week.
Will you?
Yeah, because we got sour punch, pickle roulette to try next week. So be ready.
Oh no.
Thanks for not having us next week.
And there
You're
might
saving it in Oreos for me, huh?
Blake, I will buy you a package next week for the mint chocolate chip. They're pretty damn good.
I know. I bet they are.
But yeah, thanks everybody for listening. We'll be back next week. And as Roger says, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. Not so bad, there's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. History of bad ideas. Podcast.
Testing me. Testing you. Touching you. Touching me. Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum. Good times never feel so good.